literally 66 degrees and it is hailing outside. You can't see it, but I promise you it's hailing.
A powerful line of storms has swept across parts of Miami, bringing intense rainfall, strong winds, and reports of hail in several neighborhoods. The storm system moved rapidly across South Florida earlier today, catching many residents off guard and prompting weather advisories from forecasters. According to the National Weather Service, unstable atmospheric conditions combined with warm, moisture-rich air over Florida created an environment favorable for sudden thunderstorm development. Meteorologists say pockets of colder air in the upper atmosphere allowed hailstones to form within towering cumulonimbus clouds before falling across parts of the Miami metropolitan area. Eyewitnesses described a sudden shift in conditions shortly after midday. Skies darkened rapidly, followed by heavy rain and bursts of small to moderate-sized hail. In some areas, drivers were forced to pull over as visibility dropped sharply.
Yo justo estaba en la ducha cuando empezaron a golpear los granizos en la ventana. Traté de salir lo más rápido que...
Videos shared on social media show hailstones bouncing off rooftops and vehicles, while wind gusts swayed palm trees and sent debris across streets. Emergency services reported no immediate fatalities, though there have been isolated accounts of minor property damage. Several vehicles sustained cracked windshields, and some residential properties experienced minor roof damage. Local authorities advised residents to remain indoors during the height of the storm and to avoid flooded roadways. Air travel was briefly affected at Miami International Airport, where departures were delayed as ground crews paused operations during lightning activity. Airport officials stated that safety protocols were followed and normal service resumed once conditions improved. Power companies in the region confirmed scattered outages affecting a limited number of customers. Crews were dispatched to restore electricity where downed branches had impacted overhead lines. Officials stressed that while hail is less common in South Florida compared with other parts of the United States, it can occur when atmospheric conditions align in this way. Meteorologists explain that hail forms when strong updrafts within a thunderstorm carry raindrops upward into extremely cold areas of the atmosphere. These droplets freeze and accumulate layers of ice before gravity eventually pulls them back to the ground. The size of hailstones depends on the strength of the storm's updrafts and the amount of time the ice particles remain suspended. Local broadcaster NBC Miami reported that some suburbs to the west of the city experienced the most intense activity, including brief wind gusts exceeding 50 miles per hour. Residents in those areas described the storm as sudden but short-lived, lasting less than 30 minutes in many cases. Climate experts note that Florida's subtropical climate makes it particularly prone to fast-developing thunderstorms, especially during transitional seasons when temperature contrasts are more pronounced. While hurricanes often dominate headlines in this region, short-duration convective storms can also produce severe weather, including hail and damaging winds. City officials have urged residents to monitor official forecasts and remain prepared for rapidly changing conditions. Authorities recommend securing outdoor furniture, checking drainage systems around homes, and ensuring that emergency supplies are readily available during storm season. As the system moves offshore into the Atlantic, forecasters say calmer conditions are expected later this evening. However, additional scattered showers cannot be ruled out in the coming days as moisture remains elevated across southern Florida. Today's storm serves as a reminder of how quickly weather patterns can shift in coastal environments. Though the damage appears limited at this stage, assessments are continuing, and authorities are encouraging residents to report hazards such as fallen branches or damaged power lines. For now, life in Miami is gradually returning to normal. Traffic is flowing again on major highways, and businesses that briefly closed during the heaviest rainfall have reopened. Cleanup operations remain minor but ongoing in affected neighborhoods. Meteorologists will continue to analyze the storm's development to determine whether similar systems may form in the near future. Residents are advised to stay tuned to official weather bulletins for the latest updates. This has been a developing weather story from Miami, where a sudden hail-producing thunderstorm brought a dramatic, if brief, interruption to the day across South Florida.